All right, family, we're gonna get started. We're gonna get started. I'm going to respect everyone's time, and we're gonna start on time here. So, guys, welcome to the call. This is recording because obviously of how short notice this call was. But I appreciate every single one for hopping on because this call is going to be a different one. Okay, this call is going to be very different. The reason why is because this is not a strategy call. I'm going to give it to Go Live. Okay, Go Live is an amazing place if you want to learn the strategy, if you want to learn more about trading and whatnot. But this call right here is designed specifically that's going to be on top of those calls. Okay, on top of Go Live, on top of you doing some of your own research, on top of your back testing and all of that. The reason why is because we're going to dive into the spiritual side of trading success here. I see Zachary in the chat. Shout out to Zachary, one of my favorite mentors. Honestly, without him, I would not be here today. So I'm so happy that you're even here on this call, Zach. Appreciate that. But honestly, as I said, guys, go ahead, grab your pen and paper because this information that's going to be provided to you is going to be outside of this world. I 100% believe and think that after this call, you're going to be different because some of the stuff that my special guest is going to talk about today, as I said, is going to be nuggets. Okay, so I've kind of put a little bit together of quick intro, and so I don't skip a lot of things because I'm fired up right now, and I tend to skip a lot of things. So first things first, as I said, so yeah, this call is going to be different. We're going to tackle the belief aspect of trading, okay? Because for me, I really believe in this, that it's really you believing in yourself. Some Mark Douglas also talks about this. He says, when you believe in yourself, that's when you're going to find that edge. That's when you're going to find that certainty in yourself, okay? There's no such thing as certainty in the market, but there's only certainty within ourselves. So this is what we're going to talk about today. And for me personally, you don't need to make 5 figures, 4 figures, 6 figures for you to believe in yourself that what you can do this. If you can make £1, $1, $2, £2, understand that the way that you're getting the money is different. Okay, the way that you're getting the money is different, and that's what matters. And the moment that you see that £1, that $1, that should give you all the belief that you need for you to put in the work, for you to believe in yourself, for you to believe in the system that we've got here, for you to believe in your mentors, for you to believe in what the information that we're providing you. Okay, so as I said, this call is really gonna dive a lot into that. But moving on, for me, I really don't think money change you. Matter of fact, what it does, it magnifies you. Okay, so just because you have a bigger size account, just because you have a massive bank account in your trading account, does not mean that you're going to stop the habits of losing. Does not mean that you're going to stop the habits of being fearful in the market. It does not mean that you're going to be losing trades on and whatnot. Matter of fact, what you need to do is you need to change yourself first. Okay, you need to be that person. You need to do what the successful traders are doing, and therefore you're going to have what you desire. Okay, the results that you desire. So it's all that aspect of be, do, have, rather than what the society teaches us, which is have, do, and be. It's when I have the time, I'm going to plug in to Go Live, then I'm going to be a successful trader. Or it's when I have the money, I'm going to invest into my MT4, and then I'm going to be a successful trader. Whereas it's actually the other way around. You need to be, do, and have. Okay, so for us, we have, I actually plugged into this Sunday call with Mike Navarrete, and he was talking, he mentioned this, he said, if you're not in alignment with physically, mentally, and spiritually, you will not succeed as a trader. Okay, and there's two aspects of trading that I want to share with you guys. There's one where you're just, all you're doing is copying and pasting, and there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, we are in a world where money is made in seconds, in minutes, so there's absolutely nothing with copying and pasting. But you see, for me and for a lot of us on this call, I actually want to learn the skill set, okay? Because whether I'm on a holiday, whether I'm anywhere else, I want to be able to make the money myself, okay? I want to be able to go anywhere and understand that, okay, I can make the money myself, okay? I can go in, I have that power to do so. That's where we become powerful as an individual being, okay? So you need to be in line all within all of the areas, physically, mentally, and spiritually. And today, one of the other aspects that we're going to touch is also the spiritual side of things as well. So moving on to that, today's call, as I said, is also going to be about trading, but we're going to talk about the spiritual side of things as well. So in a world where there's a lot of uncertainty, okay, where there's a lot of like movements, there's a lot of variable factors. How can you stay balanced? Okay, how can you remain balanced within yourself? Okay, as I said, we're also going to talk about that as well. And the other thing that really impacted me when I first started was the movement of my account balance. Okay, so for example, one of the things that I didn't understand was that money is a number, and numbers always move up and down. Okay, but I've let that movement of numbers going up and down affect how I feel inside me, when it shouldn't have. Okay, it shouldn't have. Right, so how can you stay on top of things? How can you really remain as one when everything else around you is just going off? Okay, we've seen the past 2 days, we've seen the market crash. Well, we've seen a lot of movement, over 1,000 pips across all of the across a lot of the market. So how can we stay within ourselves? Okay, how, if you got in, how could you have what made you stay in the trade? Okay, if you wasn't in, what would make you not being fearful of leaving money on the table, or feeling that, or feeling the fear of missing out? Okay, so there's a lot of us, there's a lot of things that we can learn by just tapping into ourselves. And I'm more than happy to bring on this individual, because I first got introduced to her around October last year, 2019, and it was actually through her boyfriend. So Kevin came over to London with Mr. Banks and Cash the Great. And this was funny, because I went up to him and I was proper talking to him like he was Mike. Okay, and I was just saying how I loved his Go Live sessions and stuff. And like through like 5 minutes into the conversation, he was like, "Oh, I'm actually his brother. I'm Kevin." I was like, "What?" Because obviously I didn't see them. This was the first time. I just got hyped and I just started talking to them. But ever since then, obviously I came across Ivana, and I've been watching this individual grow. Okay, when I mean by grow, I don't mean just her as a person. She's really young. She's 22 years of age. But I've seen her grow across so many different areas. I've seen her grow physically. Okay, because she's an athlete. Congratulations on getting your sponsorship athlete as well. That's amazing. But I've seen her grow mentally. Okay, I've seen her grow by just reading books. Okay, she's big and massive into personal development, which is a massive thing in what we do. But I've also seen her, invest in her journey. I've seen her go to, I believe it was a 10x event, where diving into these great mentors, and how you can learn more about yourself. So as I said, guys, I'm super excited to bring on an amazing individual, a consistent, profitable trader. And for me, when I think of Kevin and Ivana, I just think they're the cleanest traders couple, because these guys do everything together. They trade together, they work out together, they travel together, and honestly, they're just sharing the impact together. This is like a true couple's mission, honestly. And I'm more than happy and excited to have her on the call today. So I'm actually going to spotlight her video, and I'm going to unmute her. Let me see if I can unmute you, girl.
Hey
Oh, there you
everyone.
go.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yo, thank you so much. I'm just gonna give it back to you. I really appreciate it. I've been watching your journey evolve, and I love that you're continuously doing these calls with other people, because it really gives everybody else an insight as to what it is that we do, how it is that we do it, and we all learn something from someone. So I love that you're always like up to sharing this knowledge and this wealth with everybody else. So I really appreciate you for having me here. Hi everyone. I think we're gonna go back and forth. You're gonna ask me questions. If it's okay, I'm gonna just tell everyone a little bit about myself.
Yep, that's fine.
All right. Hi, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Ivana. I am 22 years young. I live out here in Florida right now. And I've been at this journey for a year and a half with Trade House. It's really been a blessing, and I'm just really happy to share my knowledge. And my intention coming into this call is to be able to impact at least one person. So I can't wait. So let's get it.
Okay, cool.
All right. So
If
whenever
if
you
sorry, maybe if whilst they're thinking about any of the questions, maybe dive into your like your early days. Okay, a lot one of the a lot one of the main problem that a lot of people find is, you know, that belief system. So how can you really believe in yourself when, you know, maybe you have friends around you that saying this don't work, maybe you have yourself telling yourself that this might not work, maybe you have your empty phone in front of you telling you that this is not working, your bank account telling you this is not working, everything around you telling you this is not working. How, if you was in that position, okay, what made you keep on going, what made you keep on, you know, believing in the future and borrow from the future and got you to where you are today?
All right, yeah, I got it. So literally just it all depends on you, right? It's all truly a mind game. It is all a mind game. This whole trading thing we do, it's a mind game. This whole building side of the business that we do, it's all a mind game because it all falls on what you believe in and how you're going to accomplish that. So we really all know what needs to be done. We have trainings, we have educators, we have Go Live, we have our mentors. There's videos on YouTube telling you day in and day out what needs to be done in order to get there. So that's a no-brainer. But it really falls back on what you're doing every single day. And if you're really aligning with that goal that you want, you know, I wasn't like this, you know, even a few months back, I'd still find myself doubting myself here and there. And it's about seeing that long-term vision. All right, you just got started and your MetaTrader 4 says negative $20. That's okay. What's that $20 compared to, you know, those $100, those $1,000? You only see those $3 profits in your MetaTrader 4. I didn't see $3, guys. I literally saw $30,000. There was so many people around me that were winning. And that's all I saw. Because if I just surrounded myself with people that were winning, I knew I was going to be one of them. When I got introduced to this platform, I didn't care what it took. I didn't understand what needed to be done. I just saw everybody winning in this industry. I saw that person traveling the world. I saw someone paying off their debt. I saw people making money on their phones, traveling, doing what they want, when they wanted, wherever they wanted, with whoever they wanted. And that is true freedom. So if they were able to gain that all through learning the skill set and help develop other people along the lines, I knew that I had no business being in business, but I knew that with the time that I took in investing in myself and learning the skill set, I knew I was eventually going to get there. If they could have it, why couldn't I? So that's the same thing that all of you need to understand. You guys are literally learning from the best. Zach on here, hello. Thank you for hopping on this call. He is one of my direct mentors. Trade House literally gives you guys the sauce. You have a whole bounce back boot camp. When I got started, I didn't have the boot camp. Like Christian Vargas says this all the time. We're spoiled rotten because we are. We have the blueprint to get you guys there. So there's literally no excuses as to why you can't get there except your own lack of believing in yourself and your lack of work ethic. I hope that answered. All right, I'm getting questions in the chat. Sorry. All right, how long did it take you to really understand smart money, and what did you need to do to be a profitable trader? How many pairs do you trade? So as far as smart money came into the picture, I began learning with IAM in May of 2018. This is how my journey really began. And I was learning the retail way of trading. I was learning the basics, and there was a lot of indicators on my chart. And if the version of me saw myself, the version right there, I would literally have a heart attack seeing all those indicators on my chart. So I got introduced to smart money when I became a part of Trade House January of 2019. Trade House took me in, and that's when it all began. I had one Zoom call with Mr. Jordan Morgan in April of 2019, and he broke it all down for me, really explaining, you know, the order books, how the markets move the way that they move, and most importantly, why they move how they move. It's no like secret information. Everything's taught in the bounce back boot camp, by the way. But guys, it's not just money moving up and down. I mean, yes, in the bigger scale picture, it is, but it's understanding where's the money going? Why is it going there? Where is the most money hiding? Where's the retail buyers and sellers getting in? You already have a 50% chance of winning or losing. But here with learning the concepts of how the markets really work, you're turning those 50-50 into 20-80, possibly even 10-90. No income claims. Hi, Zach. And what do you need to be a profitable trader? How many pairs do you? What do you need to do? Besides believing in yourself, you really have to study. Guys, like, we're on Go Live for a reason. You had mentors to reach out to for a reason. I called Zach a few months back to help me with the patience aspect and the understanding aspect. The amount of times that I've hit up Jordan, I've hit up Matthew, I've hit up Daniel Vesper, I've hit up Zach, I've hit up all of my people to be able to help me. Like, that's all you need is that proper guidance and that understanding. Like, we're here to help, so just reach out. Like, closed mouths don't get fed. I know you hear it all the time, but in reality, it's true. I was struggling I'll tell you guys a little story. I was struggling for the longest time to really understand risk to reward. It took like 5 people, and then I finally got that one clear understanding of it, and then from there, like, it was a total game changer. And sometimes you need to ask multiple people, but that's why we're here. How many pairs do I trade? I have 4, and they're mainly they're the majors: Euro USD, AU, USD CAD, and GU. And then any of the others that I trade would be during bounce back when we do indices and whenever Mike goes on live. So like US 30, SPX 500, NAS 100, all that good stuff. I don't usually trade metals, but if they move, they move, and if Jordan calls it, then I'll take it. And if I see the setups, of course. But what's the next question? I don't know. I hope I answered your question, Davey. Do you have a trading journal? Of course! Let me show you. Hold on. It's right here. You have to have a trading journal. It's right here. I open it and I have my notes from different trainings. I see JLo on here. Hello, Queen. I have actually your confirmations right here. Sniper Queen. I learned a lot from her. And in the beginning of this, I truly just have a bunch of notes and like me practicing, like going over the schematic. And then midway through it, I have the actual entries. So the pair, whether you're buying or selling, how much you're risking, and the explanation as to why you see what you see, your confirmations, and the result game, how you feel before and after the trade. That's super important as well. You guys cannot neglect the psychology aspect behind it, because that literally is key. If you haven't listened to any of Mark Douglas, I highly recommend that you do. But you know, what they say is true. The market really is 90% psychology and 10% like technical.
Sure. I've got a question that someone sent to me privately. Any words, so when you face with like a losing streak or losing trades and whatnot, a lot of us, and I remember Zachary mentioned this in one of his trainings. He said, obviously you can stop, you can, don't trade for the week, or study, reflect, and review what happened to those losing trades. And, one of the really key things here is to, discharge those negative emotions. Okay, now this is as broad, it's very general. So Zach, in the chat as well, if you could maybe go a little bit deeper into that. Maybe what is it that some activities that you do. A lot of us will recommend meditation is one of the good ones to just take the time off. So what is it that you do specifically to discharge those negative emotions and to just really rebalance yourself within yourself?
I like that question. So one of them, meditation really is, okay, sorry. Meditation is one of them. Journaling really, really helps, because not only you're like physically actually writing out your emotions. There's so much power in that, and a lot of people neglect that, from the mind to the paper, from your brain to it being physically being done, going to the gym, getting it all out. You have to be completely detached to the outcome. And that's something that a lot of us, and even now sometimes I struggle with. You have to remove yourself from whether you're going to profit or whether you're not going to. You could have the best setup ever, but you can't marry that trade. Like, how many of you guys, like, I want to have some interaction, like, balance. Yes, exactly. Like, how many of you guys here are in your beginning stages, or even like pretty far in depth into your journey? And how do you feel when you have a good trading day? Can you list out what you feel, how you're feeling, how you're moving? I feel vibrant. I feel amazing, calm, loving life, excited. Yeah, like we feel good. Like we feel good. We feel confident. We feel accomplished. We feel a sense of happiness. Now, how do you feel when you don't have the best trading day? How do you feel when it's red instead of blue? And I know you feel different. I mean, some of us probably don't. But there's definitely a shift in how you feel. You're upset. You don't feel accomplished. You find yourself second guessing yourself. I popped the bottle. Yeah, and imagine if that trade went the other way. There would be no bottles being popped. And so with that comes, like, once again, removing yourself from that aspect of being really happy and there is always reasons to celebrate, but we have to remain neutral. Like, the market is neutral. The market makers, the banks, they really don't care whether we win or lose. I said in the beginning of the call, there's always someone losing and there's someone winning. But the biggest key is, even if it's red on your end, were you using proper risk? Because if you were using proper risk, why are you getting so upset? You're only in control of how much you're losing.
Sure, sure. I really like what Zachary said. He said, I'm a market maker. Literally, I think it was today, someone asked Mike, are you not afraid of the news? And he was like, I am the news. So I really like how, our mentors really got that, that confident level where it's not too much, but it's not too low, but it's just at the right, mark. And, that's really something that's great for us to set. But one of the other thing that I was going to ask you was, so, at first it really gets, it's very hard for a newbie, okay, whether you're first couple of months in, but, as soon as we enter a trade, right, we feel some type of way, okay, we feel some type of way before we enter that trade, are we, do we wait, right, or do we just get in right now, or should we wait, whatever the case is, or even when we have entered the trade, then we feel some type of way. So if you could remember back to your early days as well, like what really helped you maintain that balance where you didn't allow negative thoughts to come in, you didn't allow negative emotions to come in, but you just remain calm and you just, watch the data rather than watching your empty full screen.
Yeah. For all you need people on here, and for your teams that you'll pass this on to, you need to place a trade, put your stop loss, put your take profit, and learn to walk away. The market will not move because you're looking at it, telling it, EU, go up, go up, go up, go up. Like, they don't hear you. Like, let me bring it to you guys. They don't hear you. They don't have telepathy over here. Like, oh, no, don't hit my stop loss. Don't hit my stop loss. Like, you think it's going to reverse. It's really not. It's not. Can you guys hear me all right? I have to relocate.
Yeah, you're good.
All right.
Yes.
So, like, you know what I mean, guys? Like, you literally have to know that, all right, I entered it. And it might be scary. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, especially taking your first trade, like, you're either losing money or you're gaining money. Let's make sure we use proper risk. But we're either losing or we're gaining. And just know that the trade is in. It's in. Don't look at it, because then when you see red, what if you're gonna take it out, and then watch it just continue to go in your direction, and it just worked a little bit down, didn't even touch your stop loss. Today, that actually happened to me today. I got out too soon out of one of my positions, and I knew better. After I did it, I was literally like, why did I do that? I literally had my stop loss set. And then you find yourself like being mad at yourself because then you got out of the trade when it was going in your direction. You have to trust and be confident in your analysis, even if you're just starting. Guys, we're snipers out here. You're only risking a little to make a lot. Are you really gonna be upset about losing 10 points when you had the potential to make 60? Are you really gonna be upset about losing 20 points when you were gonna make 100? Come on. It's accepting. In my journey, like, to getting to where I am now, it literally comes down to accepting whatever outcome that there is. There's nothing wrong in the beginning with feeling nervous, feeling scared, feeling worried. Like, you have to feel these things. I'd be worried if people don't feel these things. Like, we were all programmed since day one of relying on someone else for our income. So when we switch over to being traders, to building a business, to making our own money, it's uncertainty, and our brains are meant to keep us certain. And if we're not certain, it freaks out.
Sure.
And it's okay, it's your programming, but we're here to reprogram how we move, because we move different, guys.
Yeah. I would just like to add something, because recently I came across I was watching Mark Douglas, right, one of his psychological videos, and he said so you mentioned about uncertainty in the market and whatnot, right? But so when we look at trading, a lot of us, there's still that the argument of, okay, is trading gambling, is trading not gambling, and whatnot. So what Mark Douglas said was, if you're looking at one specific trade, that would be like a gamble, because you don't have a reason of, okay, cool, whether it's going to go up or whether it's going to go down. And we only know that's the only two way that the market will go, either up or down, right? But if you're looking at one specific trade, it will be classed as a gamble. But if you're looking at like a series of trades, then that won't be a gamble, because the laws of probability will be in your side. It's the same thing, because he gave us an example of the casino. Like, if you was to look at one game that one blackjack game that the casino was playing, that would be a gamble, because they don't know the outcome of that. They could win or someone else could win, okay, but they don't know that. But they do know that over a series of trades, okay, overall, at the end of that day, at the end of the year, the month, whatever, the casino is going to be the winner. All right. And that really helped me with understanding that I shouldn't really focus on one specific trade. Like, even Zachary mentioned it, I think it was yesterday, right? He said with that US 30, the drop that we was looking at, if you did have like a tight stop, you could have got stopped out. And some of us, if we focus too much on that one specific trade, and focus on the loss of, we just lost, I don't know, £50, $50 and whatnot. But what you should have really focused on was the next trade, which could have covered that and then some more. All right. So it's always about that series of trades. So what if the first one or the second one or the third one, the stop loss gets hit? But understand that overall, with your proper R&R, the laws of probability when you take a series of trade is going to be in your side. So that's something that really helped me as well, in terms of understanding that you may feel some type of way on one specific trade, but overall, understand that the favor is going to be on your side. And what I'm just going to quickly do is I've kind of created like a playlist for all of the trading psychological videos. So if, for anyone that wants to know more about it, it's all there, so you can watch it as well. But yeah.
Oh, thank you. That's amazing. Yo, this is great. I definitely send it out to the squad. Yo, you guys better take advantage of this. Thank you for that. That's fire. That's so fire. Yeah, your psychology is everything when it comes to trading. Everything in life is a risk. This is risky. But also working a job for the rest of your life, you're risking your time. And time is the most important commodity that we have. Once you get it, you can't get it back. Isn't that more riskier than this?
Mm.
Life is a series of risk to reward ratios, guys. Remember that. Just like the market, so is your life. What are you willing to risk versus what are you willing to gain?
For sure, for sure, for sure. Okay, cool, guys. So as I said, keep the questions coming. Honestly, this is a safe environment. There's no reason. There's not a judge. We don't judge anyone. We understand that everyone is on a journey, and the more we'll help you, would actually help ourselves as well. So, share anything. If you guys have any questions, please don't hold back, because that's what we're here for. So, whilst you guys are doing that, Ivana, so for you, right? If I could ask you this question, it would be, so how did personal development really help you? So I know for me it helped me massively, and I know without me being I am, this was unknown to me. This was alienated. I would not be reading books. Okay. I would be on Netflix. I'll be, right now I'm maybe using the same resources such as YouTube, but trust me, it wouldn't be for, learning about trading psychologicals. It wouldn't be about, diving into Les Brown's. Matter of fact, I didn't even know these guys existed before this industry. Okay, I didn't know anything about that. So for me, I know it was new, and it completely changed my life. And actually today, things like affirmations that used to hurt my head so much, I can't live without them. I remember when I would tell myself again and again and again, or different kind of affirmations, it would hurt my head. But now I can't go a day without them. And it's so funny. So for you, I want to know, how did personal development really change your life? Because I know you're so big into it. And yeah.
Yo, personal development that's key. Like that is so key. Like I didn't just like you, I didn't know anything about I ams. How you talk to yourself is everything. Remember how I said in the beginning of this call, guys, like it is all a mind game. Like if you didn't write that down in the beginning, write that down right now. Like it is all a mind game. You choose whether, oh, the quote that goes around all the time, I forgot who said it, whether you think you're right or whether you think you're wrong, like that is it. Like whether one thinks they can or one thinks they can't, like you are right. When someone comes into my business or wants to come into my business and they're having doubts, I agree with them. They're like, oh, I don't think I can do it. And I'm like, well, if that's what you think, then that's why. Whenever someone around me is being negative or just says something like, oh, I had a bad trading day, it's like, yeah, you did, because you just said it. Oh, my team doesn't want to listen to me, like they're uncoachable. Yeah, because you just affirmed that. Your words that you say, they're casting spells on your life. So you have to really watch what you say and how you say it, especially to yourself. Like if I didn't enter this personal development world, I definitely would not be the trader that I am. I would not be, the leader that I am. I would not be the person that I am today. It's really important. People don't understand that. There's so many, mindset calls, and understand that leadership, trading, analysis, and mindset are three completely different things. Your mindset, you know, your mindset towards yourself and like towards life and every outcome is different than trading psychology. You know, you guys know Jenna from Trade House Australia. You know, Think and Grow Rich has nothing to do with helping you understand trading psychology. Trading in the zone has nothing to do with you wanting to like rewire your like normal like brain like aspect of it, if that makes any sense. Like there's so many different parts to this, like business psychology, trading, leadership, like development, like all of it all falls into different categories, so don't get it mixed up with the other. That's something really really key. I learned that really helped me a lot, like me learning about the spiritual side of success. That's completely different than me diving into um like how to be a good leader. Like you really like knowing like yourself and getting to know yourself, how you handle your emotions. Like we're not supposed to control how we feel, we're supposed to manage how we feel.
For sure, for sure, for sure. Honestly, yeah, that's powerful. And yeah, what you said the last bit, that's something that I actually struggle with a lot. And it was understand that sometimes when we get those kind of feelings and we just want it to go away, and we'll do anything that we can to make it go away. But matter of fact, what it does is it makes it even worse. It makes it even worse when honestly, what you can do is, and what you should do is manage it. For me, one of the something that really helped me was that you see our energy moves in like a infinity loop, and sometimes when we feel negative, it's because it's not flowing, and it's getting stacked up in one side. So what we need to do is we need to break that. Okay, we need to maybe, so that's why I said you just need to find yourself. And honestly, for me, one of my biggest breakthrough in trading was actually find out more about myself. And that's something that it's not going to be something that is going to be written, and you're just going to, over time, you're just going to see that by yourself. Okay, you're just going to see, wait, hold on, by me focusing more on trading, I've actually found out more about myself. And that's something that your mentor is not going to say that, but it's a journey of yours. So for me, I found out, that's why I said meditation for me is going for a run, clearing out my mind. And really what that exercise or that activity that you personally is going to do is it's going to make that energy move again in that infinity loop. So honestly, yeah, you don't get to control that. All you can do is just manage those feelings and emotions. So maybe on that aspect on note, how did you go about putting new energy into you? How did you go about maybe telling yourself, hey, it's okay, I'm feeling this right now, but I'm gonna focus on this. But I'm not going to. So this could be me, but it could be a lot of people. Getting that option of, okay, cool, I just got home right now, I'm super tired. Should I go live, or should I not? I'm super tired right now. Should I do some back testing, or should I go to this party, or whatever? So how do you like tell yourself it's okay for this energy, but I'm gonna do this?
All right. So I have the best response to that. If you have to contemplate why you're doing something, then you probably shouldn't be doing it. If you have to ask, I'm tired, I kind of just want to chill and lay on the couch and scroll on Instagram, but you're consciously aware that that's not going to get you to being a six-figure trader, that's not going to get you to growing a massive organization, that's not going to get you one step closer to your why. If you have to contemplate whether or not to be doing anything, then you probably shouldn't be doing it at all. We are conscious human beings, guys. Like every day when we wake up, we have a choice whether to stay the same and be the old self, or to get up and take on the day and grow and become a new self. So which one do you want to be? Choose your fighter. Who do you want to develop into? And why? Who and why? And then earlier when we were talking about our feelings and our emotions, I saw someone put in the chat that she struggles with that too. It's so hard sometimes. Yeah, it's so hard sometimes because you just said it. You struggle with that because you just affirmed it. Don't get me wrong. You have to be aware of where you are, where your vibrational state is at, how you're feeling. But that awareness should bring that clarity. You're not having a breakdown, you're having a breakthrough. I'm struggling with it right now. It is hard right now, but I don't have to struggle with that forever. And it's getting easier every day. I am doing my best every day to manage my emotions and not become them. Feel your feelings, but don't become them. Someone also asked me if I've ever blown a trading account. I am actually laughing at that. I have. There's been a lot of them. There's been a lot of them before I got to where I am now. How did I cope with it? I cried the first time. It was only $100, and I cried. I've blown a $300 account once. That one hurt a little bit more. But that's because we give money that power. Money truly holds no value, guys. Like, exactly, the market is holding until you're ready to receive it. We don't take losses, we take lessons. I know Millie Mill says that on her calls sometimes. We don't take L's, we take lessons. For those of you who have blown an account, you needed to blow that account to allow the abundance of more wealth to come in. Sometimes you have to, and that's okay. But you're getting rid of the old to make room for the new. How did I cope with it? Besides crying about it for a little bit, you go back to the drawing board. You reflect as to why you blew that account. None of you, guys, I want all of you guys to have me on Instagram. And if I hear that you blew your account, we need to have a serious conversation. Let's, like, if you guys are writing things down, you need to have a net stop loss. Whatever you're willing to risk, make that a rule. I am not going to risk more than 4% of my account in one day, in 1 week. How many of you want to be FTMO funded or just funded? How many of you want to have $50,000 to trade with, $100,000 to trade with? How many? I know all of you do. 50K is powerful. Yeah, drop a 99, drop a 77 in the chat. Like, how many of you want to have those large numbered accounts? Because it's possible. But with having that, you need to know how to manage that. Just because you have a lot of money doesn't mean you know how to manage it. Just because you have a lot of money in that trading account does not mean you know how to manage it. So having that net stop loss, having that one rule of I will not lose more than 4%, 5%, 10% in a week, in a day, that's going to stop you from blowing your account. So no one should be blowing their accounts. That's the point here. No, guys, I'm serious. If you ever blow your account, reach out to me, and then we'll make sure we don't have that doesn't happen again. So don't let it happen.
Cool. I'm just going back up and see if we've missed any questions, but it seems like we have covered a lot of them. So as I said, guys, last few minutes before we wrap up the call. So whilst you guys are putting in any last questions and whatnot, any closing tips, Ivana? So anything that you would like to close up on?
Connected to everything, attached to nothing. If you guys watch my brother-in-law Mike Navarrete on Go Live, which you should, he says this a lot, and it's something that we actually live by. connected to everything, attached to nothing. No one has empowered you. Ooh, Zach asked a question. Recently, Ask and It Is Given. What book has empowered me? Ask and It Is Given. Starting my journey, when I was first starting with Trade House, I read The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. So I'm going to type it in the chat. The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success, and Ask and It Is Given.
Just on that note, before you go on, the one book that really empowered me was this one. It's The Ultimate Success, and it's actually 3 books into one: The Think and Grow Rich, As a Man Thinketh, and The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. The one of my most favorite is The Power of Subconscious Mind on that, and then the other one that really helped me a lot was The Magical Believing. The Magical Believing. And the reason why I recommended this one is because this one, you can actually get this one from the States. It's the only place that you can get it. I had to change my Amazon from the States, so I got it delivered from there. So it's a very good book. But other one was The Magic of Believing. That one, again, the more you tap into your subconscious mind, your thoughts, your belief system, the more powerful you'll become.
Mm-hmm. Change your paradigm and change your life, guys. Like, the last thing that I'm definitely gonna like end the call with is something that I actually learned in 10X Con. Like, don't be afraid to invest back into yourselves. Like, you are your most important investment, and all of you started for a reason. Don't lose sight of that reason. You would not have the dream in your heart right now if you didn't already have what it takes to have it. I'm going to say it again. You would not have the dream in your heart right now if you didn't already know you had what it takes to have it. You guys started this for a reason, and you're going to get there. You're surrounded by success, therefore you are success. If any of you ever need anything, please don't be a stranger. Feel free to reach out to me. Thank you so much for having me on this call. I really, really appreciate it. I hope my intention was set, that someone gained some sort of breakthrough knowledge paradigm shift. I'm really grateful for you, my friend, and I hope to meet you soon.
Yo, okay, honestly, it's been, I just wrote down, I'm super, super grateful for this moment. And, it's so crazy. So as I said, first thing and foremost is thank you for being here. Honestly, we're not paying you. It's your free will, free energy that you bring in. So appreciate that. And I know for sure a lot of us, we've definitely taken, even if it's one word, one sentence, one paragraph, whatever it is, guys, they really take it in and dwell on it, think on it, and, really sink in, and then use that fuel, that energy that you're feeling to really change your life, whether it's actually taking trading seriously, whether it's actually really believing in yourself, because you've seen so many of us, and we've got Zachary in the chat and so many other people that's telling you you can do this, because we believe in you, because we know what you operate out of. So I'm super grateful to be here in this moment, and not just obviously here, but just my journey. And I've actually got a perfect opportunity to really thank every single one of you, because 2 years ago I was just a kitchen porter. I used to wash dishes. The only way I knew how to make a living and I knew how to make an income was from my 9 to 5, from putting in the hard work. But being here today, yeah, the money is cool, yeah, the lifestyle is cool, but the one thing that I feel true happiness with is actually meeting people like you guys. Okay, meeting people that not necessarily talking about spending Mondays to Fridays, talking about what they're going to do on Saturday to Sunday, or working from Monday to Friday, and then thinking about how they're going to spend that money Saturday to Sunday, or always working for the weekends basically. I used to be like one of them, but actually coming onto this platform, meeting people like yourself and so many great members from Trade House, and just really you guys are committed. You guys are selfless souls, and it's beyond beautiful to be connected with you guys. So honestly, I appreciate you guys for hopping on, and for you guys as well to plug in, because currently here in the UK it's nighttime. For you guys it's the afternoon, and you guys could be doing a million things, okay? But you chose to plug in, and trust me when I say this, down the line in the future, you are gonna look back to this, and then you are gonna thank yourself for plugging in. And that's all that it takes, guys. 80% of success is showing up. So before I close up, show up to every single trade calls that we've got. Stay tuned on the Discord app. There's a lot of extra calls that we do. This is just one of them, but on the Discord app, there's so many other people doing calls like this where, again, it may not be you staying on for 1 hour, but just listening to one word, one paragraph, one sentence from someone could really change your life. And second thing, keep plugging into Go Live. Okay, keep plugging into Go Live, because these guys are coming on. They really, like, honestly, guys. One of the thing that really helped me was this. So for me, I'm really someone that I need someone to be sitting next to me for me to learn. But when I actually realized the power of technology that we have here today, for example, what we can do with Go Live is I can send Zachary my chart. He's able to give me feedback. Okay, he's able to share his screen. I'm able to see his screen, and he's able to see mine with the power of Zoom. So, guys, can someone tell me the difference of Zach doing it that way, or being next to me and then giving me the feedback? Wouldn't the feedback be the same? So really take advantage of that, okay? Really plug in. And something that really changed me was spend about 5-10 minutes looking at your own charts. Okay, look at your own charts, analyze your own charts, and then go into bounce back, and then go into go live, and then see, and then look at how they're seeing it. Were you right to think the same way like them? Or maybe they looked at the same chart, but they looked at a different structure point, or whatever the case is. So that's something that really helped me. And if that would help, if that would help you, that I'm forever grateful for that. So, guys, as we close off, thank you once again, and I'll see you guys very, very soon once this pandemic and all that is over. But I'm 100% grateful for you guys, and I can't thank you guys enough. So I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll see you guys super soon.